Hello everyone, welcome to Vlogmas 2025, day 19. Today, I want to share a little inspiration with you because here we are at the end of 2025, and guess what? It's already time to start planning for next Christmas. Now, don't freak out on me. Calm down. I know you've got a lot going on, but I want to share with you something from my devotional. This is my daily devotional. I read it every year. It's Simple Abundance by Sarah Ben Brethnuck. I love this book. I had a copy of it a long time ago, got rid of it because I wasn't reading it, and I was compelled to pick it up at a thrift store, not this August, but last August. She talks about how the planning for Christmas starts way before Christmas. You spread it out. And if you think about it, everybody who talks about making big goals, you make the big goal and then you work backwards and you chop it up into manageable pieces. That's what we're going to talk about today. And we're going to start a notebook. This is a notebook I got from the thrift store. I think it has all the pages. No, it doesn't have all the pages. Some of the pages are cut out. I don't care. And it's got scribble on it. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cover it with wrapping paper. I'm also going to label it here with white paint because that way it'll really be easy to pick up. And the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to print a year at a glance calendar. And I'm going to paste it right here. So we're doing our DIY Christmas planner. And this is something that you can use every year. But I know that there are things that I want to remember. And I always sit down when it's quiet and I do a little reflection in my journal. But the problem with that is December 2024's journal has information in it. December 2025's journal has information in it. And I have piles of journals and I have to go through all of that to find those little caveats. So this is going to keep me from having to do that. I can just rely on this. I know that I have a tendency to pick up gifts that I just know are perfect for somebody and then realize that I gave it to them last year as well. So those things I want to avoid. I found out that one of my bonus children can't do milk. And the only things that I had for making Christmas coffees was milk and whipping cream. So I know now I have a note about oat milk and what to get for that. I tried to get things for stockings for the big kids and the little kids, because I think the big kids part of Christmas is you get to be a kid again. And so why wouldn't you want a few toys and silly things in your stocking? So I try to stock up on those things, but I don't want to keep getting them the same thing every single year. So this is going to help me avoid that. Once I get this glued in, and I haven't quite figured it out, it depends on my mood, but I'm going to start mapping out on my calendar, like I make my Christmas cards, and it takes me a while to do them. And so I really need to start probably in August if I'm going to make some really nice Christmas cards where I don't feel rushed. I could make the envelopes. And to me, it's important because I love the 2 or 3 Christmas cards that I get every year. I love sending out Christmas cards because I want people to know that I'm thinking about them and that they're special. And I want them to have something fun to open in the mail. So I make a point of doing that. So somewhere in August, I'm going to put that I need to start making Christmas cards. I'm just going to start working backwards. In September, I'm going to start making lists for what I like to make at Thanksgiving. Look through all my recipes. Look through the thousands of pictures I have saved that have holiday recipes or t-shirts that I want to make or anything fun for the holidays. And so in September, I'm going to start because when I'm in the holiday, I don't want to be rushed and trying to make something at the last minute. I want to go ahead and have it ready. Anything I'm thinking about hand making for Christmas, I'm also going to put in here somewhere in October, maybe November. In November, I'm going to start prepping. I'm going to start making my pie dough. If you don't make pie dough, then buy it and freeze it. But all of those pieces and parts that you don't want to be out of at the last minute. And I'm telling you, even though I do this, I still did not have something that I needed. And God bless, one of the kids ran to the store and got it for me. I want you to enjoy your holiday. And if you get started early, everything's there. It falls into place. And that's one less stressor that you have. And if you've written it down and you shop early for Christmas presents, you won't be like me, because it gets to the point where you're getting ready to put things under the tree and I can't remember what I bought. I can't remember if I was thinking of buying it or if I actually got it. Do I have enough for everybody? Did I get this? Did I get that? Everything is listed in here. And that way, even next year, so 2027 Christmas, I can look back, see what worked, see what didn't, see what I want to try for this year, for next year. I just think this is something that would be helpful. And of course, it's not done yet. We're going to work on it. We're going to make it pretty. And it's not going to cost me anything to do this. It's just a notebook. And you can make it fancy. You can leave it whatever you want to do. It's just a place to gather your thoughts, put lists in here. And even if you, and this, I do this in my calendar, if you list all the ingredients that you think you need at the end of Thanksgiving, at the end of Christmas, put it on a sticky note and slap it in there somewhere so that when you actually get to the point where you're starting to buy things, you have a list already started. It just works really well when you know, I need to buy 2 packages of brown sugar. I'm going to go through 2 packages of powdered sugar. I'm going to go through this many bags of flour, this many bags of sugar while I'm doing all these things. Oh, and I need flavorings that I don't normally have. So all of those little things that you think, oh, I'm going to make this and it's going to be great. And then you get to making it and you don't have the one ingredient that you need, that you can't substitute. This is going to be your place to do that. So we're going to have some simple, magical joy in our ordinary days. So just an ordinary notebook. It's going to create some magic and joy for us because we're going to keep all those thoughts and all those ideas in one place, and then we can add to it every year. So I will sit down and I will take my notes from my journal this year, and I'm going to add in here about what I did well, what I want to do better next year, what I want to do differently next year, things I want to add, things I want to subtract. So all of those things I'm going to put in my lovely Christmas planner, and I'm going to make it so it's mine and it works with my brain, which needs a lot of help. And hopefully it's something that you feel that you can use. So work on your Christmas planner. I'll show you what it looks like in a few minutes. You take care of you, and I will see you tomorrow. I was unable to find any scrap wrapping paper because when family cleaned up, they cleaned up everything, even the scraps that I had saved. Boo. I started off by writing Christmas 2025 on this first page, and I stopped there because that's really not what I want to do. I have notes going back from 2024 that I want to add in there first, and I also am going to include Thanksgiving in here because really when I start prepping in September, it is for our Thanksgiving feast and Christmas as well. And so I want to make sure I add all of those lists in here. So this is just how you could start your own simple Christmas planner and give you something that you can look back on, something that you can put notes on for the future when you come up with a great idea or you see something that you really like. You could put it all in here You can keep it in one place. You can revisit it. You can check after the holidays and do a little reflection to see what you want to improve on, what worked, and what new things you might like to try, and what things you're probably never going to try again. And just have it all in one place. I hope this helps, and I hope you have a good evening. I'll see you tomorrow.